The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Obamacare has to be repealed and replaced, and it has to be replaced with something much less expensive for the people. I'm certainly disappointed. For 7 years I've been hearing repeal and replace from Congress, and I've been hearing it loud and strong, and then when we finally get a chance to repeal and replace, they don't take advantage of it, so that's disappointing. So I'm I would say I'm disappointed in what took place. It will go on and we'll win. We're going to win on taxes. We're going to win on infrastructure and lots of other things.
But they couldn't. Yes, last night, I'm so upset by this. Last night, what they were going to sign and they decided not to sign, it was right not to sign it, to walk away, really, because it didn't make any sense. These policies that they were going to put out didn't work. Look, they have to really repeal this thing. Remember, Wall Street, since Trump was elected the 45th president, they've been trading in the promise of these new reforms, and the stock market's been going wild. They've been trading in the promise of repeal or replace of this Obamacare, which included a large tax cut, the massive increase in infrastructure investment, and so on. These policies would not only help drive the growth of our Main Street small business, which is the engine to our economy, engine to America, it would also grow our middle class and a new crop of entrepreneurs, which is, by the way, the backbone of this country, which, by the way, drives our economy, our growth, our GDP, through increased investments and less regulation. So these policies would have a positive impact on productivity, which, again, gives us our increase both in wage and jobs. We got to have wage growth and job growth, which would result with an economic GDP growth, which we need, of 3.5% to keep absorbing the inflation and the higher interest rates. If we don't grow at 3.5%, we get killed. You got to grow a minimum of 3.5% a year to keep absorbing the interest rates, the inflation. So last night, the enthusiasm or the trade into the promise came to an abrupt end. And this morning, the market opened up 100 points lower. When last night, we had the Republican senators, Mike Lee of Kansas, we had Jerry Moore in Utah. They had the courage to say no, and they had a good reason to say no. Because as it stands now, the 1 percentile who control the healthcare monopoly, the big insurance companies, were able, under Obama, with their massive wealth, they were able to influence these key members of Congress to let their lobbyists, those of the large healthcare companies, write the actual policies for Obamacare. And to make sure the policies were written to assure that more than half of the big insurers' revenue would come from the government, you and me, through subsidies, through Medicaid. We paid for it. Think about this. These, under Obamacare, more than half of these insurance companies' revenue, their income, comes from the government. That means comes from you and me, comes through Medicaid. So you and me, the taxpayer, we subsidize their record profits. So this new health care bill, the American Health Care Act, which, don't you love these names? There's nothing American about the American Health Care Act. They screw everybody because the large insurers have even more Republican friends now in Congress than when Obama was in. And they have their hands out to the 1 percentile. They want money. So the new bill would increase the more than half of the revenues going to the big companies through subsidies would go to 3/4. So wait a minute, this makes sense. So Obamacare, half of their revenues that they make, these big insurance companies, comes from you and me, the taxpayer, through subsidies. This new bill, American Health Care, would bump it up to 3/4 of the revenues would come from you and me, through subsidies. And isn't it interesting? These congressmen, these hypocrites, they keep saying that they want to keep. They keep telling us they want to fight these subsidies when they don't want to fight subsidies. And guess what? Their own personal health care plans are full of subsidies. But this is crazy. That new bill, if it passed, would have been brutal. It would have allowed what was once illegal to be legal. In other words, if they passed that bill, if these two senators didn't walk away, if they passed, that means the large insurers could charge older people more than 5 times. In this new bill called the American Health Care Act, they were going to be able to charge older people more than 5 times as much as the young people for the same exact policy. What are you, nuts? And they could also allocate more than 20% of what we pay in premiums to profits and administrative costs, like sales and marketing. Under Obama, it was not allowed. So think about this. This new bill, the American Health Care Act, was worse than Obamacare because it was more generous to the big healthcare companies. They were going to get richer off of you and me who do the subsidizing. What are you, nuts? So, bottom line, why should we be forced under the new American Health Care Act, if passed, to fund the insurance companies' profits even more than we had to under Obamacare? Isn't that crazy? What kind of bill is that? It is called the American Health Care Act? The name is not... What's American about that? They should call it the American Healthcare Patriot Act. God, they love these, put these names, American Patriot, when they screw us, don't they? I mean, think about it. Under Obamacare, at least Obama, as bad of a communist he is, he wouldn't allow them to charge 5 times more than young people. In other words, charge the older people 5 times what they charge the young. He wouldn't even do that. It was 3 times. These guys are bumping up to 5 times. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they're going to go from 3 times to 5 times more. And you and I are going to pay for that policy and allocate more than 20% of what we pay in premiums to this slush fund. All this was a big guaranteed profit, increase in profit to these health insurers through Medicaid. I mean, the Affordable Care Act, called Obamacare, there wasn't one mandate in it to make it affordable. Now, the American Health Care Act, there's not one mandate in it to make it American. Thank God these 2 guys walked away. What are you, nuts? So the results, a failed Senate bill. Boy, we should be able to expect better than this from our Congress. What a bunch of punks. We'll be right back. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil'sGang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. Phil'sGang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's Phil'sGang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with Phil'sGang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, Phil'sGang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you could tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you could put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
I have learned so much.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job. Join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Phil Grandy here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. To all my listeners in San Francisco, I want to reach out and thank you all for listening on Business Radio KDOW, KDOW 1220 AM.
Welcome back. Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
This bill keeps most of the Obamacare taxes, keeps most of the regulations, keeps most of the subsidies, and creates something that Republicans have never been for. That's a giant insurance bailout super fund.
That's right. That's what I just talked about. Their super fund. It was like 20% of the revenue goes to the super fund. Were you kidding me? So here's what happened. So last night, and just think about it, we've had the 17% rally in the stock market since Trump was elected. But just remember, that's only 5 stocks contribute 40%. 5 stocks out of 20,000 stocks. Let me repeat. 5 of 20,000 stocks, just 5 of 20,000, contributes 40% to the rally. Wow. To this rally. What are you, nuts? And it's the big FANG stocks, as we call them. The FANG stocks. I mean, the whole stock market is involved with these FANG stocks. Everybody's buying FANG stocks. It's just absolutely crazy. And we have retail customers buying Facebook and Amazon, Google, Netflix, Microsoft. FANG. You know what that stands for? FANG stands for, FANG means these stocks, FANG, evoke a gruesome end. That's what it means. More than it does the exuberance of the moment we're in. That's what FANG stands for. Now, as a result, think about this. Everyone wants to keep making money. We know that. Everyone wants to keep making money in these 5 stocks. They can't help themselves. Which is more than double to 1.4 trillion from 558 billion. But everyone also, remember, lives in the fear that the party will suddenly end and it'll be gruesome. So people buy these stocks. They can't help themselves, but they also fear that, hey, these things could end up badly. Well, of course they're going to end up very badly. When retail investors, the small retail investor, owns 60 to 70% of these 5 stocks, and especially through exchange-traded funds, that is nuts. So confident that these are going to keep going on. That's why the VIX index, which is our fear meter, is at the lowest ever in our history. So you had Trump offering these programs that drove the stock market up 17%. Most of that 17% were these 5 stocks. And now people are starting to get disappointed because people are saying, wait a minute, why are we going to be so lucky that he's going to get through the other tax cuts, the big tax cut, and the infrastructure? Why are we going to be so lucky he's going to pass those if he can't pass this thing? So what he's going to have to do to maintain the stock market, now that he has fallen in love with the stock market, he's taken ownership, where once he called it a big, fat, ugly bubble, he's now calling it a beautiful thing. He's nuts. He took ownership. So to make sure this market doesn't drop, he's going to have to do quantitative easing. Because when he can't pass these bills, remember, what was the purpose of these programs? What was the purpose? The purpose of these programs was to grow our economy. I mean, when he was going to repeal and replace Obamacare, going to do the infrastructure program, and all the other things he was going to do, remember, that was going to grow our economy to 3.5%. That's what he was talking about. We'd have a big economic growth. But it's not happening, and it's not going to happen. So what do you think he's going to do? Just sit back and let the stock market collapse? No, he's going to do QE4, and he's going to try to run the stock market even higher. And the problem with that, the dollar's going to go lower. Because when you keep on running the stock market higher, and you're borrowing money to do it, to print money so to give the CEOs money to buy their own stock back. You print money, the Federal Reserve, so they can buy bonds, treasuries, to drop the interest rate down on the money that the government borrows. The dollar keeps getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's where gold has started to turn around. Now, gold has turned around ever so slightly, but it's doing much better than it was because people are starting to recognize, wait a minute, this thing's not going to work. And the healthcare deal is not going to go through. And even if the healthcare went through, it was worse than Obamacare because it was the lobbyists of the big healthcare companies actually wrote the bill. They're lawyers. The healthcare companies, if you went in Washington, went by late at night and see people working at midnight, 2, 3 in the morning, that's the lobbyists writing the bill. That's who writes the bill, not your congressman anymore. His staff doesn't write bills anymore. He leases his office. He picks up $100,000, leases his office to the healthcare providers, the big guys, and they write the bill and put in the policies they want, and they pay the congressman off. So the stock market right now, where we are, I think they're going to try to run this market even farther, much farther, because he's not. How can he now take a stock market that he's embraced and let it drop? So I've been focusing on these oil stocks. I've been focusing on these gold stocks, and they've been doing pretty good. Now, I'm not saying they're setting the world on fire, but we can tell, for example, Nugget now, okay, has just turned green today. NUGT, just turned green today. Copper. Now, that's been green, started to turn green at around $11 back in on my chart, June 23rd. And today it's at $13. So we've had an 18% gain in copper. What's wrong with that? And if you go back and look at the copper, okay, and if you go back and look for the year, the copper dropped from $17 down to a low of $11. So we had a 35% discount, which we were waiting for it to turn green to get back in. So you want to get into stocks, good stocks that had a big discount. Now this copper is starting to come back. Same with silver. Silver's starting to come back. So these are the stocks you have to be in. But don't listen to the jibber jabbers. You just watch the money. We'll talk more about that when we get back here on Phil's Gang. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang product and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I can change your life. Yes, I can. Not your personal life. I can't do that. But I can change your financial life. I'm not going to make you a millionaire or a gazillionaire. But I can tell you, with just the use of a chart that tells you when to get out of a stock, that's the most important thing. Anybody can get in a stock. Really, you can throw a dart at the stock market and pick a stock, it'll go up because 72% of the time stocks go up. You know, you have to wonder, how could you ever lose money in a stock market that goes up 72% of the time? You got to feel pretty foolish, don't you? I mean, think about that. No, here's the problem. Nobody tells you to get out because it's not in the best interest of your planner, your stockbroker, to tell you to get out. No, because he gets paid on what? He gets paid on the amount of the money that's in the account, not the amount of, he gets paid on the amount of money that's in the fund. He never gets paid on the amount of gains or returns. He doesn't get paid on the amount of returns. They don't care about the returns. just how much money they can take out of your pockets and put it in that fund. And as long as the fund's $1 million, then $10 million, then $30 million, he gets paid 50% of that fund. So they don't want you leaving. And that's why the stock market, okay, there's nothing wrong with the stock market. Everybody says, I hate the stock market. Stock market's a wonderful place. It's the system. It's the system. Isn't that what everything? You go healthcare, go to the hospital, it's the system. You go get your license. What a pain in the neck. It's the system. Legal. What a system that is. I mean, it's the system. It's the same thing with the stock. But if you learn how to work yourself around the system, then you do pretty well. Look at welfare. These people that never go to work anymore because they know how to work the system, right? They make more money than a teacher working the system. It's the same thing with the stock market. So the stock market is a system, but it's a corrupt system to benefit a few people, the very wealthy, the 1%, the same people who are rigging the insurance right now, the health insurance to benefit them. That you and I are going to subsidize the biggest insurance companies in the world that make billions of dollars. You and I, $15 billion they make, and you and I are going to subsidize them? Are you nuts? Thank God these guys turned it down. And we're going to subsidize even more than Obamacare subsidized. But the stock market is a system. You got to learn how to use it, and that's what I've done. Look, once you get to your 70s, you start figuring out things, you know? You really do. You really do.
Wow.
And I've been in the stock market over 40 years. And the one thing I found out is people get hurt because they don't know when to get out. So I built the system, a chart, the algorithms that give us a color code. And it's so simple to use. And when it's green, you get in. And it's so hard because people don't believe it's that simple. And they don't believe it. But it is. They rather listen to these idiots like Jim Cramer.
What's up?
Hey, I was wondering about Tableau, ticker DATA.
Jeez, this thing is really on fire. We had them on. You know I like them very, very much. I think Tableau Data's a buy.
It's not a buy. It's clearly a sell. Now, if you look at the chart, I have the chart up. You go to philsgang.com, and if you have a mobile device, you can see it right here. Look, see it? It's red. Now you say, well, Phil, it's going up, isn't it? It's red. Yeah, but wait a minute. When it's red and going up, it's telling you, yes, the stock's going up, but don't buy it because there's not enough buying. Same over here. See, when the green was going up, now the green's going down. Well, you don't buy it when the green is going down because it's telling you there's not enough sellers. I mean, here's two great examples. It's green going down. It's telling you not enough sellers, and red is telling you there's not enough buyers. Once you learn how, it's so easy to learn. I could give this to grammar school. I'm not saying this. I could give it grammar school people, kids, and this is what they should give them. Never mind Latin. Never mind history. You know, Napoleon won some battle in 1780. That's not going to help some kid. Show them how to write a check. How about how to answer a phone? How about counting change without a cash register telling you what the change is? How about learning what the stock market's about so they can retire? You're not going to depend on government to retire. You're not going to depend on your 401k, are you, to retire? If anybody thinks they're going to retire, if you're going to rely, for God's sakes, on government, on your Social Security, it's not going to work. And you're not going to be able to retire in 401k. Go to any supermarket and see the average guy that's working at the supermarket. He's got to be 70 years old. He's got to be 70. My Lord. So, data. It's red, so you wouldn't buy it. Wouldn't that be wonderful? You don't buy this. In fact, it's telling you that this thing's going to start going down. Here, I'll give you another one. So we've been working now with golds, okay? Nugget, it just turned green. The first day today, just turned green. But we don't have the second confirmation. On my chart, I designed it where there's 2 confirmations you need to buy. So simple. We got the first one, but we don't have the second one. GDX, an exchange-traded fund for all the gold mining stocks. Not yet. Still red. It's gone from $21 up to $22, and it's still red. So it's telling us it's going up. But it's going up 4%, but we don't buy it. See, now somebody like Kramer would say, buy it. People would jump in. Well, if they had my chart and see it's red going up 4%, they say, oh, it's going up. But you don't buy it because it's red. I mean, this stuff works. It works. Copper. Nobody wanted copper How many times did I say, we got to buy copper, Keep buying copper. You watch copper, watch silver. Look, they just turned green. They're all doing well. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Invest in yourself. It's $39.95. That's it. $39.95. So call now. They're waiting for your call, 877-600-GANG, and I will change your life. And if you really, I go one step further. I'm involved with the same 5 stocks, my gang will tell you, all year long. The same 5. I never change them. The same 5. So what you can do, you join a gang for $39.95. And for the first month, you don't even have to buy the MV2. Just follow me, watch me. And then when you see it works, then you say, okay, now I'm going to get the chart. But most people out there, they see it a couple of days, they get in right away because they know it works. But let's take, so the stocks that Goldman Sachs, Intel, we've been in these now for almost, year and a half. We never changed. Yeah, a little over a year and a half. And we've made good money on these. If you want to see the returns, go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on Toolbox, and it says MV2 returns are right there. So I don't want to be sitting here selling this all afternoon, but it just frustrates me when I hear stuff like this and people jump in and buy it. Here's another one.
It's our call of the day. Chipotle upgraded to buy at Maxim Group, the firm raising its target to $470. It's a 27% upside move from here.
No! Really? It crashed. It crashed today. It totally crashed today. All right. Call my number, 877-600-GANG. I'm not promising you anything. All I can promise you is we'll work hard for you. This is a simple system. If you don't have time, just follow me and my 5 stocks. When I say get in, you get in. When I say add to your position, you add to your position. When I say get out, you get out. When I tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. It's that simple, okay? The 5 stocks. And I do every once in a while. Right now I'm doing a couple oil stocks. You can follow me. Just do exactly what I do. The video I do every night. It's only a few minute video, and just do exactly what I do, okay? 877-600-GANG. Call now. Remember, St. Jude, if you start making money. Please help them.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Too many many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. Phil'sGang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's Phil'sGang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil'sGang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's my number, 877-600-GANG. Join my gang. Remember, you can follow me. I do a video every night after I finish the radio show on my stocks. Okay, the stocks that the gang and myself are involved in every day, 5 of them, and you can just participate in that. Okay, so try it for a month and you'll see it works. And please stay away from these big FANG stocks. You're going to get killed. These FANG stocks right now, if you think about it, they're so overpriced. In other words, you know, they always tell you how stocks are cheap. There's so many ways to cheat to make stocks look cheap. But there's one thing you can't cheat. You can't cheat when you have price to sales. You can't cheat with price to sales. Sales are sales. Simple. And the ratio right now matches the tech bubble. That's right. Remember, the tech bubble was the biggest bubble in history, and we're right there again. And these big FANG stocks, you're out of your mind. Why do you want to buy these when you can find... Here, example. Why would you want to go and buy Amazon? What sense does that make, to buy Amazon? That's insane. I mean, why would you... I mean, Amazon right now, okay, is a $900 stock, $982, $1,000 stock today. So why would you buy that? Okay, it broke out to a new high because now, again, remember, put this in your head. We have 20,000 stocks. Only 5 of the 20,000, these 5, account for 40% of the gains in the stock market. The stock market is going up 256%. Everybody and their brother are in these FANG stocks. Just like the .com. Remember? The taxi cab driver was a millionaire. Everybody was a millionaire, but they forgot to get out. And here's the problem. So many people are in these stocks. When the margin calls hit, there's going to be such a panic. You'll never... this stock could drop 20% in less than a minute and a half. 20%. How are you going to get out? You buy these when nobody wanted them. So, like now, if you want to buy a nice little stock, Intel. Intel, nice little stock. So Intel, let's take a look at it. Because now money is going back into the semiconductors after they came out. So Intel just turned green. It turned green on my chart on Monday, July 10th at $33. Today, it's at $34.50. So we had a nice little 4%. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, trading days, to go up 4%, nice and safe. It's green. But here's the beautiful thing. We're going to know when to get out of it. What is wrong with that? So are you going to go and buy Amazon today? And today it went from a low of $1,004 to a high of $1,024. Are you... So you're going to pay $1,000 for a stock that goes 2%? Are you kidding? Or let's go back from. No, that doesn't make sense. That's right. It just turned green yesterday. So that's a great comparison. But look at Intel. Or you could take a nice stock like our oil. Like oil, okay? Or I mean, look, there's so many of them. But our oil stocks are doing terrific. They're all doing good. Schlumberger just turned green. Think about this. Here you go. Schlumberger is one of our stocks. Now, if you were a gang member, you would have been following me on Schlumberger. Schlumberger, okay, dropped from $88, okay, back in January, and it dropped to $64. It dropped 27%. So it turned green. It turned green. Tell us institutions were buying it. It turned green on July 10th. And now, okay, July 10th, and it turned green at $64. I'll just round it off, make it easy. 64, and it went to 67. So that's about a 5% gain in about 7 days. What's wrong with that? So here's the number, 877-600 gang. You know what really gets to me is we keep hearing how everything is terrific, right? How many times the economy's doing great.
I think the U.S. economy is in very good shape. The stocks have been strong. The global economy is improving.
Well, the economy is doing very well right now. And
what are they looking at? They can't be looking at wages. Wages aren't doing well. You're not getting overtime. That's not doing well. Look at the debt. Consumer debt's at $60 trillion. That's terrible. What do you mean doing well? Know what they look at? The stock market. Because they know everybody looks at the stock market. Then and Trump knows that now. So Trump's going to do like every other president. He's going to push the stock market up. Because he knows he can't get his bills through. And he knows he's got to keep the stock market up to make it look like the market's doing good like everybody else. And I like Trump. But like I said yesterday, if I see my child doing something wrong, just because I love him, I'm not going to correct him. Same thing with Trump. I still support him. But he got these guys from Goldman Sachs and Carlyle Group around him, and they're murdering him. They're killing him. He's lucky he gets a second term if he keeps these guys around. But here's the point. We're being told every day by these people that the middle class and the economy is improving. How can that be when the poverty rate has gone up 14% in the last 8 years, went from 42 million people to 50 million people. Incomes are a 30-year low. The middle class is shrinking on purpose. The middle class is being shrunk by our owners. They want it to shrink. They want it to shrink so your wages don't go up, so they make more money in the companies they invest in. How do we go from a quarter of Americans living in poverty, a quarter? Think about that. The more than 33%. So how can they say things are good? Our poverty is increasing. And where do they come from? The middle class. That's what we're losing, the middle class. What are you going to do for retirement? See, Obama claimed he was going to be for the middle class. He was going to be the warrior. He never was the warrior for middle class. He wanted to get rid of the middle class. And boy, the owners were more than happy to help him. The corporations, our owners, the big guys, the 1% who control these corporations were co-conspirators in destroying the middle class. Think about it. The greed of the financial and non-financial American corporations is what got rid of the middle class. The financial corporations caused the collapse of the housing market. And they knew it was by design it would collapse. Threw the company in a recession. The greed of corporations who outsourced well-paying American jobs to countries where companies then could pay these workers nothing. Got rid of our high-paying jobs for low-paying jobs. And it was greed that replaced the full-time, high-paying job for a low part-time job. And it's the greed, the corporations, the 1%, who remember, their wealth comes from the stock market. And the CEOs get paid 375 times more than their workers. Because, remember, they're not plowing their profits back into the company. They're not borrowing money and plowing it back into the company. They're taking that money and buying their stock back, which pushes up earnings, fake earnings, pushes up the stock market. But who benefits? The stock market goes up 256%, but the guy in the street's not benefiting. We have 147 million people in our workforce, and most of them, the majority of them, can't even raise $1,000 for an emergency. So look, I don't have all the answers. But the market is a system, like the insurance healthcare system, like the government. The systems always suck because they get the worst people to run the systems. They get the lazy people, the fraud people to run these systems. So look, you can beat the system. If you can beat it, you make money. All I'm asking you to do is give me a chance. Let me show you a chart. $39.95. Try it for 1 month. And if I can show you a way where you go, oh, God, I'm making extra money. I can make extra money every month with this. If you don't, get rid of it. Call now, 877-600-GANG.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.